implant company.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekah, Hakodash. Double honors due to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. And peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect. Now, this is going to be a quick video, Neuralink update, and basically about the progress. I just stumbled across this video, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it and get a couple scriptures, and that's going to be the update for today. Not too long, cut and dry, straight to the point. So, Lord willing, this edify. Shalom. Keep.
Neuralink will read your thoughts. In this episode, I'm going to share how that's possible. The company is working on curing all brain problems like depression, Parkinson's disease, tinnitus, and much more. And the crazy part about this is how few people seem to care or even realize that this is happening.
Yeah, everybody's lulled to sleep. All right, that's why when this thing really gets implemented and really is the forefront of the change of the economy or the technocracy, the top of that, into the W to the O, man, people, a lot of, I'll say about 90 something percent of people are just going to take it just off pure surprise, you know, and others going to take it, off of sheer terror, but which is going to be a part of that surprise. And yeah, yeah, a lot of people are going to take this bullshit, man.
On top of that, advancements in medicine are accelerating like crazy because AI is helping design custom medicine. So if Elon's AI company, XAI, which is now part of SpaceX, cures cancer, and his brain implant company Neuralink cures Alzheimer's and allows paralyzed people to walk again, what more could we possibly ask for? Stop for a second and let that sink in.
And this is not medical information, but I read somewhere that basically a cure for the Alzheimer, whatever, is drinking water, drinking a substantial amount of water. You know, uh, yeah, this is not medical information though.
Potentially ending some of the most brutal human suffering, the kind that steals joy, freedom, and memories, and doing it with tech that's already in people's heads. Right now, in February 2026, more than 20 human beings have Neuralink's N1 implant. Their quality of life is dramatically improved, as they all have paralysis. I think one of the reasons this company is so overlooked is actually because the impact they're having is so significant that it doesn't feel real. But these people and their friends and families are real. We'll go through the medical miracles happening today, the economic earthquake coming, and why this tech could be
Those false miracles, all right, that the scriptures talk about. Okay, people gonna believe it's a miracle when actually, I mean, it pretty much is on the left hand side. But a lot of people are gonna be awed into taking it, especially ones that are paraplegic and have those same said um issues.
Elon's single greatest contribution to humanity. By the end, you'll understand why ignoring this is like ignoring the internet in 1995. Welcome to Neuropod, the channel where I break down Neuralink, brain-machine interfaces, and artificial intelligence. My name is Ryan Tanaka, and if you're new here, you're joining at an incredible time. The technology we're about to discuss is advancing faster than most people can keep up. Let's start with what's already happening. The patients are spread across the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and the UAE. Every single one of them was living with some form of severe paralysis, spinal cord injuries, ALS, or other brain disease.
Okay, so basically, he's been, dishing this thing out. The only one I heard of in the past couple months or years was that one guy where he was playing a video game and whatnot. But now, this thing is becoming mainstream, just as the apostles told us.
And now they're controlling computers, typing messages, playing video games, designing in CAD software, and even controlling robotic arms to feed themselves, all with their thoughts alone.
That's pretty freaking ridiculous.
These patients are averaging about 50 hours a week of independent use. In some cases, peak usage exceeds 100 hours a week. That's nearly every waking moment. And this isn't happening in a lab under supervision. It's happening in the comfort of their own homes. Think about that. Someone who couldn't move their arms or hands, who relied on others for nearly every digital and physical interaction, is now independently using their computer for more hours per week than most of us spend at our jobs. And it's not just cursor control. Nick Ray, one of the patients with ALS, used a robotic arm with multiple fingers to pick up a fork and feed himself. If you don't have a personal connection to ALS, it might be hard to understand how monumental that is. ALS progressively takes away your ability to move, to speak, to swallow, and to breathe. The trajectory is devastating. And here's a man using his thoughts to move a robotic arm and put food in his own mouth. That's truly a miracle. But crazily enough, the device that's making all of this possible is only in its first generation. And that's what makes this next part so exciting. So how does a coin-sized chip under your skull know what you're thinking? During Neuralink's summer update, Nir, who leads the BCI application group, took the stage and explained it beautifully. Let's hear from him.
Yes, so hello everyone. My name is Nir, and I'm leading the BCI application group. And I think the videos that Sahej just showed with you, I probably watched them maybe thousands of times, but still I get a goosebump every time I watch them. And I think this is one of the cool perks here at Neuralink when you get a job.
And look at Elon Musk. He's sitting there all smug and like, yeah, fucking proud of him.
Is that you might get goosebump every week, or maybe every few days in good weeks. And this is really fun. As an engineer, it's really cool because you can build a new feature, you can build a new machine learning model, a new software feature, and test it on the same day with the participant and get feedback.
I love this. Nir has watched these patient demos many times, and he still gets goosebumps. That should tell you something about the magnitude of what they're building. And the fact that engineers can build a new feature and test it with a real patient on the same day, that rapid iteration is almost unheard of in medical device development. Usually you're waiting months or years, and Neuralink, it's hours. Now here's where Nir explains what makes their device uniquely powerful.
And you already saw with our first device, telepathy, that we can address a very diverse needs of the different users that we have, from moving a cursor to playing games, to moving a robotic arm with multiple fingers. And we could not have done it without the Neuralink device. The Neuralink device gives us something that no other device can give us, which is a single neuron recording from thousands of channels simultaneously.
Single neuron recording from thousands of channels simultaneously. And the number of channels is going to grow to tens of thousands in just the next few years. Your brain has roughly 86 billion neurons. Each one fires electrical signals. When you decide to move your hand, a specific pattern of neurons fires. When you think of moving your foot, a different pattern fires. Every thought creates a unique electrical fingerprint. Now, other brain-machine interfaces have existed for decades, but they can only pick up general brain waves. Think of it like hearing the roar of a stadium crowd. Neuralink's device can hear individual voices in that crowd, like having microphones above every single seat. It can isolate the electrical signal of a single neuron and track it across over 1,000 channels at the same time. That's the difference between standing outside of a concert hall, hearing muffled bass, and sitting in the front row, hearing every note the singer makes. That resolution is what makes mind reading possible. Here's the full pipeline of how it works. The first step is 1,024 electrodes on 128 ultra-thin threads getting inserted into the brain by Neuralink's R1 surgical robot. Each electrode sits right next to a single neuron, or group of neurons, detecting tiny voltage spikes about 100 microvolts, or 1/10,000th of a volt. Your wall out.
All right. That's enough of that. If you want to check the rest of this video out, you can. While nobody's talking about Neuralink's progress, I'll probably put it in the description or probably not, but you can find the video if you want. So, shit. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64. Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So they're laying snares privily for people. Okay, we're going to be here, so we have to basically equip our minds. And first and foremost, pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah that we are slated or elected to not bow our knees to the image of Baal, all right, which is taking this thing, man. All right, so that's why it's important, for us brothers to keep harping on this and to keep putting these scriptures in our minds to fortify our spirit for when that time comes. Verse 3, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even better swords, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, subtly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune on laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And the elect, okay, are watching and have seen them. Okay. We know what's going on, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then that wicked be revealed, shall be revealed. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. And you got to know that Satan had something to do with this because Satan is the one that is directing them in these matters. Okay, he's giving them counsel, and that's why the scriptures say they are weary of their counsels because they constantly are in contact with the spiritual demon Satan and his minions. Okay, to get these plans because you have to think that is a otherworldly spirit to come up with a contraption that way, that like that, man, and all of it is going against the scriptures. All right, the cutting of the flesh and just giving power over to another entity, like giving him basically free will over your damn whole body, man. This had to be something of Satan. Oh man, it just to end it. I didn't want it to be too long. Just a quick MOTB update. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, which is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and six. So you can see that number everywhere. All right, and we are, and start with the apostles on down, of course. Brothers have broken this down many times. Chazal stigma. So just go and check one of those videos out, man, to get edification. So, our Lord willing, that was edifying. I'm going to end it with that. I want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders, the great millstone. Peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect. Shalom.